Bro, if you wore a jacket in the winter, that you are weak.
Really?
Oh yeah, bro. There's no jackets in the winter, bro. We're manly men, bro. Bro, the most ridiculous stuff I ever saw in my life.
Cody Rhodes used banned words, so he cuts a promo. He uses the word belt and wrestlers. So, Vince, do you think it's a conscious decision by WWE to show he's from another place? Let's start there.
Do I think it's a conscious decision for what, bro?
For him to, by WWE, to show that he's from another place. So they talked about the 6-year gap. They didn't say AEW by name, but
it's stupid.
They didn't mention the gap.
It's stupid. It's absolutely stupid, bro. Stupid, ridiculous. I don't know how you do any type of storytelling. I don't know how you have any reality whatsoever if you're not going to acknowledge this guy used to be with the company. Even if you say, bro, he went through he left for greener pastures. Now he's come back home. I mean, to not acknowledge any of it, that's just old school wrestling, bro. That's old school wrestling that I just don't think it works anymore.
Hey, what do you think, man? Should they acknowledge him or not?
I think they do, indirectly, but no. I think him calling them wrestlers, I love that moment. They're called superstars. And it's a title, not a belt. You know, to me, it's like we're wrestlers and we're superstars.
Correct.
That kind of intermixes. Tell you the God's honest truth, I love what they're doing with Cody. I love, how they brought him in. Couldn't have a better guy to work with. Him and Seth are tight. That match at the Mania was amazing. He had a great match with Miz, and I know he loves working with both those guys, because those guys are, it reminded me like when I would work with Canyon, like getting out there. I felt like I was working with myself, a younger version. I like what they're doing with him, I thought the banter back and forth to set up the match, it was just something they were doing to hotshot that, but it worked, and they're building Cody, and that's what they should be. You don't bring him in and beat him. You bring him in and you build them. And the promo he cut involving the world title belt, like that's a shoot. Dusty won that. He thought he won the belt. For the fans, they thought he won in the Garden, and they went crazy. And he had that moment, and then, the old switcheroo. Oh no, blah blah blah. But that's a real life moment, and that's when wrestling works the best. When you blur the lines, what's real and what's not. When I speak, I'll say, listen, I want you guys to pretend you're wrestling fans. I'm talking about a corporation, 5,000 people, or whatever I'm speaking in front of. I'll say, I want you to pretend you're wrestling fans for a minute. What would you, then I'll say, you with me on that? Say aye. I say, are you with me? And then they scream back, and I go, now you got it. I said, what would you think is the most frequently asked question of a professional wrestler? Is it real? Is it fake? Both, yeah. Like, that's it. That's still the question, unless they're super, super, super smart marks, and then they don't really know what's real and what's fake.
So, Paige, with how much was Vince a stickler about banned words while you were there in the WWE?
I just knew when I got in there that those were the words. Okay, hey, I'm working for you now, and I kind of like them. It puts you up another different notch when you are considered superstar, but we're still wrestlers. They're interchangeable to me, and the title gives it more prestige. He's not wrong, but it's still like the slang. It's a belt, world title belt. So
Vince
bro.
Strap, right?
He was a stickler for that stuff, especially strap, bro. Like he'd kill you. If you said strap, bro, he'd kill you. You know. But it's like I don't know. You know, to me, bro, me personally, I just always thought all that stuff was silly. They are wrestlers. Yes, they're superstars, but they wrestle. So they're wrestlers. Belt, strap, title, it's all the same, bro. But that was, you know, Vince's little idiosyncrasies that were just weird at times.
Vince, can you think of any other banned words that he reamed somebody for saying?
Oh man. Well, I mean, you couldn't sneeze. I don't know. Does that count, bro? You couldn't, bro. If you wore a jacket in the winter, that you are weak.
Really?
Oh yeah, bro. There's no jackets in the winter, bro. We're manly men, bro. Bro, the most ridiculous stuff I ever saw in my life. Him and Shane McMahon would walk out in a snowstorm, not wearing a jacket, bro.
Yeah, you're also talking about a guy who had his hip replaced and was at TV that night.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's what you're talking about. Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. So I don't know about y'all, but Vince isn't going to pay for my medical bills, so I'm going to wear me a jacket in the winter. And I'm a pretty brawly guy. I can definitely hold my own. And if he thinks that I'm not a manly man, how about us? Vince, come on, collar and elbow with me and you, Vince. There we go. I don't care if it's on the plane ride from hell. I don't care if it's backstage. I collar and elbow with you any day of the week if you question my manhood over not wearing a jacket. So
yes,
we'll keep it at that.